This video is for Nova Online Math 161, and today we're going over the final exam review topic on solving rational inequality. Solve the inequality x plus 5 over 7 minus x is less than or equal to 0. When we are solving rational inequality, we need to make sure that we have 0 on one side of the inequality, and we have that. So we're going to get started by finding the 0 of numerator. I'll write that down. So we're going to start by finding the 0 of numerator. Also, we will find the 0 of denominator. Okay. Note that zeros of denominators will always have an open circle. Always plot an open circle. Because you can't have 0 in the bottom of a fraction, right? You can't have 0 denominator. So you will always plot an open circle for the zeros of denominators. Now, for the zeros of numerators, though, that goes with the sign of the inequality. Look, it says that this rational expression can be equal to 0, right? When they say less than or equal to. So because of that bar underneath, less than or equal to bar, we are going to plot a closed circle. Plot a closed circle. Closed circle indicates that this value is a solution to this inequality. And whatever makes the numerator 0 will make the entire fraction or rational expression 0. So that can be the solution to this inequality. So let's go ahead and find those 0 points. So grab that numerator x plus 5 and set it equal to 0. Let's subtract 5 from both sides. We get x equals -5 as the first circle or first point to plot on the number line. Now let's do the 0 of the denominator. I'm going to set x7 minus x equals 0. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and move this negative x to the right-hand side and see what happens. We're going to get 7 equals positive x. So x equals 7 is another number that we're going to mark on our number line. So let's mark those. Draw a number line and make sure to put the small number on the left. -5 is smaller than 7, right? So you put that on the left. Draw a closed circle right there. Okay. For 7, plot an open circle. And we're ready to use some test points to see which interval is the solution interval. So I'm going to go and copy this down. Hold on. Move this work down here. And I'm going to do some plugging in now. Okay. So let's pick a number that is to the left of -5. A number that is smaller than -5. I'm going to use -6. So plug in -6 into this inequality. So I pick -6, so I'm going to have -6 plus 5 over 7 minus -6. And I want to know if that is less than 0. Yeah, less than or equal to 0. Okay, so let's see. The numerator will be -1. But the denominator, 7 minus -6 turns into 7 plus 6. That's going to be 13. Now look, we got -1 over 13 is less than or equal to 0. Is that true or false? That is true. So when you plug in a number into the inequality and you get a true statement, we know that this is the answer interval. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this as the answer. So area or interval to the left of -5 is going to be the solution. Now let's pick another number for the interval in between -5 and 7. what is a good number to plug in that's in between -5 and 7? Well, guys, anytime I have a negative number and a positive number, I just pick 0 because 0 is always in the middle of negative and positive number. So look, I'm going to do 0 plus 5 over 7 minus 0. And I want to see if that is less than or equal to 0. Well, that is 5 over 7, isn't it? Oh no, that's a positive fraction. Positive fraction is not less than 0, so that's false. So the interval in between -5 and 7 is not going to be where the solution's coming from. Let's do the last interval. I just need a number that's bigger than 7. What's bigger than 7? Let me go with 8, okay? I will plug in 8 into this inequality, okay? So I'm going to get 8 plus 5 over 7 minus 8. And we want to see if that is less than or equal to 0. 8 plus 5 gives us 13, but 7 minus 8 gives us -1. Now, when you do 13 divided by -1, that's -13, right? And negative number is smaller than 0. So we got a true statement. So we're going to say the interval to the right of 7 is also going to be the solution to this inequality. So let's write down the solution in interval notation now, okay? All right. We have two intervals, right? The one that is going forever to the left. So we're going to say that interval is from -infinity to -5. So put parenthesis, -infinity, comma, -5, close parenthesis. But made a mistake right here, right? Oh, it should not be parenthesis after -5. Look, we have a closed circle here. So parenthesis will be for an open circle. So do not put parenthesis. Let me erase that, okay? I'm going to put -5 and then put a square bracket after it, okay? So anytime you have a closed circle, make sure to put a square bracket, okay? Put the union symbol because now we're about to write the interval for that green section. That one starts from 7, but notice the circle type on 7 is a open circle, right? So don't be using square bracket. This one is going to have a parenthesis. Put the 7, put comma, and it goes forever to the right. So let's go ahead and put +infinity and close the +infinity with the parenthesis. So that's it for this problem. And it was a one whole pager of solving rational inequalities.